One Piece Chapter 1044, Warrior of Liberation, was the best One Piece chapter I have read in my entire life. It was so goddamn good, and there's so much to talk about from it. And so I just had to make a video. Let's just get right into it. First thing I want to talk about, I love the Sun God Nika Devil Fruit. It's so cool. It's so unique, and it fits Luffy so goddamn well. The design, the powers, everything about it it just fits him so well. The Toon Force-esque powers, cartoonish abilities. It's just so great. And how he's so happy. I've always wanted another god-based devil fruit, because obviously Sengoku's Buddha fruit, or human model Buddha, is amazing. It's one of my favorite fruits, but I feel like it got done so dirty, because it's just like all it does is make those like force field things and makes them big. Or not force, whatever they're called, I don't know. But I feel like I've always wanted to see more of something like that, because Sengoku got sidelined. He gets done kind of dirty. Obviously, he has Conqueror's Haki. He was the top Don during like one of the craziest eras of piracy. He was an admiral during Roger and Whitebeard's era, and he fought alongside Garp as an equal like all the time. He was just so cool, and so I really wanted to see more of him, but obviously we never did. And now here's another chance to see a cool mythical Zoan. Obviously, Kaido's and Marco's are both cool, but there's not much to them. Whereas this one, it's like he's a god. He's not a phoenix or like just a dragon. He's a god, and it's crazy. His hair is so cool. It's definitely one of my favorite gear designs, other than maybe like Snake Man. I'd say that this is definitely top 3 at least. I like how the awakening is actually like how you would expect a gum fruit to awaken. He can like change things around him to have the properties of rubber, which is exactly what you'd expect. But then it's also that he has like a power of imagination or whatever. It's like crazy. The one thing I hope is that it's not too OP. Obviously, having the power of a god as your devil fruit is a bit insane, and the way the Gorosei make it out saying it's the most ridiculous power, it sounds really strong. But I really hope that he doesn't just start steamrolling Yonkos now. Like, I kind of still want Kaido to win the fight, just because he's supposed to be the strongest creature, and I feel like getting done in by something as simple as an awakening. Obviously, he's been getting his ass beat for so long. He's had to run through so many enemies, so it would make sense for him to lose. But I feel like I'd much rather him still win, or at least like take out Luffy at the same time, kind of like a Katakuri versus Luffy deal. But I guess repeating that would be kind of redundant. I don't know. I'm at a crossroads here. But yeah, it's an amazing fruit. I love the powers. I've always wanted to see more god-type fruits, like Buddha fruit. I remember I'd make my own One Piece characters, and one of them I made had the human fruit model Susanoo, the god of lightning. I think god of storm, god of lightning, one of the two. And I was like, this would be so cool. And this is pretty similar. Model Sun God Nika. We also had Orochi's death in the chapter, which was fantastic. I've been waiting for that since Wano started. And I feel like it's been overshadowed, but goddamn, it was so good. Yuri is such a good character, and it really shines in this chapter. And then like Kanjuro being the one to kill Orochi, it's crazy. And him burning to death, kind of like what Odin did. Odin burned to death, you know? Well, Odin boiled, but I mean, same kind of thing. So it was just fantastic. And then he was like, the dawn will come, and then we see Luffy, and he's like, I feel like anything's possible. This is my peak. Gear 5th. And then he yoinks Kaido and pulls him up. It was just so sick. It was so great. I love this chapter. It was fantastic. I've reread it like 5 times already. It was just so good. His design, fantastic. The abilities, fantastic. This has really launched Luffy up in my favorite character list. Right after 1043 came out, I started thinking, I saw a theory about like the sun god, and this guy was like, Zoro will be the moon and Luffy will be the sun. And I was like, pretty good theory, but I don't think Zoro will be the moon. What I think is that Blackbeard is actually the moon and Luffy's the sun. Because we've seen in fights, like in the fight with Ace, Blackbeard's like, who's gonna win, the sun or darkness? And obviously, if he said moon, it'd be a bit too on the nose. And also the moon produces light, so it can't be darkness. Well, it doesn't produce light, but you know, like the sun bounces off of it. But now that he has the Quake fruit, I'm saying the aura that goes around, the Quake thing that goes around the hand, kind of looks like a moon. That's all I'm saying. So, and also it is it's well agreed upon, I think, in the One Piece community, that Blackbeard's getting a 3rd devil fruit. He's definitely getting a Zoan, and so I think his Zoan is gonna be something like Moon God. Something moon related. I feel like it would just fit too well for it to not happen, you know? He's gonna get some sort of moon power, because at this point, Luffy can like completely negate his Quake fruit. So, and obviously Blackbeard can touch him, and, you know, negate Luffy's fruit. But I don't know. I just don't know if that's gonna, like, I don't know if he would be able to do that, because Luffy's very strong now. So I'm excited. This opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. We've seen Blackbeard with, like, drawing, like, you know, the drawing of Blackbeard when he's a kid and the moon's behind him. Ooh. He also doesn't sleep, so he's always looking at the moon, because, you know, he doesn't go to sleep at nighttime. Or at least it's assumed that he doesn't go to sleep at nighttime. You could also consider Shanks the sun, because, you know, red hair Shanks, and, you know, Blackbeard and him had beef. And then you could also have considered Ace the sun, because he had the flame fruit, and, you know, Blackbeard and him had beef. Like, there's a lot of stuff that can be considered just from this chapter alone, or I guess the last 2 chapters. One thing that I didn't like about this chapter is what it has done to the fandom. Obviously, I'm glad that everyone likes the chapter. What I'm not glad about is them just deucing on Naruto still. Naruto has been getting ragged on for the past however long about Naruto being the reincarnation of Ashura, and everyone's like, oh, well, then his hard work didn't really mean anything. It's supposed to be hard work over talent, but then they just threw that all away, and it's like, no, that was never the point. They foreshadowed Naruto being the reincarnation for so goddamn long, and he did go against the fate. He was fated to either have to kill Sasuke or die, and he went against the fate by befriending Sasuke, or I guess, like, bringing Sasuke back to the good side. So it's no big deal. Hagoromo literally says, he's like, even though you are the reincarnation of Ashura, everything that you've done until this point has been your own doing. You have not been fated to do any of this. If you didn't work hard, you would just still be a weak little boy. And then they're also like, oh, but he had Kurama in him. And it's like, Kurama was fucking his shit up until he tamed him. Kurama was nothing but an issue for Naruto for majority of the series. Obviously, he didn't let him die, but that doesn't mean Naruto's gonna win every fight. Like, he lost to Sasuke despite Kurama's help, and he worked hard to gain enough of his own power to be able to defeat Kurama and then take Kurama's chakra for himself. So it's not a big deal. And so I thought, now that Luffy's got this OP devil fruit that he's had since the start, and so he's basically, it's kind of implied that I feel like anytime he died, his awakening would have activated. So he's had a free pass this whole time, I feel like. That's just my opinion, obviously. I mean, it's not really confirmed, but it's like, why else would it awaken now when he's literally dead? And so I thought, now that they've seen this, and they've seen that it's not actually as bad as they think it is, they'll stop shitting on Naruto, but they haven't. They haven't stopped. I guess it was too idealistic of me. I was being too optimistic. So, hey, I just want peace, man. I just want peace. Another thing I want to say is, fuck Dragon Ball fans. Super Saiyan is not as good as Gear 5th. It's actually cringe. It's been reduced to nothing due to the fact that Goku has now gone 10,000 levels above Super Saiyan. The moment that he used it to, like, kill Frieza has also been ruined because he revived Frieza multiple times, I think. So it's like, it just doesn't matter. He literally shit transformation, cringe, stupid, and dumb. Gear 5th better. This thing has already been trending for the past however many days, and once it gets animated, it's gonna be bonkers. It's gonna break the internet. If episode 1000 can break the internet, Gear 5th definitely will. And then they won't be able to say, oh, well, Ultra Instinct broke the internet, so it's better, because it won't be. Ultra Instinct's cringe and dumb. Anyways, that's all I wanted to talk about. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one. Read One Piece. Deuces.
Grow up, I wanna be an OG. Sipping 4-5s like my granddaddy. Wanna be an alcoholic, no time for family. Can't even see the distance from the people around me. I wanna be the dude that your girl calls pimp. Me, motherfucker, who could bust your lip. I bust another baby mamas, leave them crying, leave them lonely like my papa. I don't wanna be a doctor, I don't wanna be a lawyer. I just wanna be important. Put my face on maps. Everybody know me cause the motherfucker raps. Deal with the devil, dealt with the devil, lead with the devil, lie. I'm the devil, I need the devil, you need the devil. Who you think you talking to? You talking to the best they never knew. No crew, never had a clique, no gang. Living by myself, never been no thing. Never need a bitch, never needed a woman. I never needed anybody but a pen and my bullet. I can't deal with the lows that'll come in the future. If I blow up, then it was good to know you. A guy like me can't deal with fame. When you hear this verse, then remember my name.